Did your small business receive an SBA COVID EIDL? If you did, then today's video is for you. Hi, I'm Trevor, your EIDL expert. You would think I'm going to ramble on in today's video about the Small Business Administration and all of the challenges and complications and confusion and chaos. See what I did there, Linda? Linda Ray loves alliteration. No, this video today is not about the SBA. It's about another C word, Congress. That's right. We have identified that the primary problem that you small business owners face with the COVID EIDL has less to do with the SBA's problems and a lot more to do with the fact that the United States Congress has ignored this vital federal agency for decades. This agency is underfunded, overworked, and overwhelmed. And now, with the new SBA administrator cutting 43% of the workforce, seeking out collecting every penny of the COVID loans, no matter what your financial situation is, and seeking out fraud. We will be doing a couple of videos called Horror Stories, where I'm going to tell you about small business owners just like you that the SBA is essentially accusing of fraud. And these are people who did nothing wrong. But back to the topic. Today's video is called Congress Must Act. And we would encourage you to contact your congressional representative and demand that they do more to support you, the small business owner. If you find this video useful, please like and please subscribe to our channel. More than 70% of our viewers are not subscribers. And when you subscribe, it shows the algorithm here at YouTube that this video has value, and YouTube will share it with more small business owners just like you who got COVID EIDLs. If you have questions, if you're in distress, if you have some basic misunderstandings about the COVID EIDL program and you need my advice, you can book a call. We've opened our calendar for paid 1-hour consulting calls. Click on the link in the description so you can book your call now. And now today's video, Congress must act. Back to my rant. This is outrageous. Can you imagine if you bought a house with a mortgage and you wanted to hire a landscaper to mow the lawn, but your bank said, oh no, you must pay some of the mortgage back before you can pay money to a landscaper to mow your lawn. Or imagine if you wanted to build a little stone patio outside your back door, which we did that, okay? And you wanted to put a little barbecue on there, so you'd have a couple of friends over on a Sunday afternoon and have a little barbecue on your nice little stone patio. But your mortgage company, your bank said to you, no, you cannot pay to build a stone patio and buy a barbecue grill unless you pay back some or all of your mortgage loan. Can you imagine a world where you needed that kind of permission to run your household? Why do you need that kind of permission from the SBA? Why do you have that requirement to pay back some or all of the loan from the SBA just to maintain your business, to expand, to grow your business? It's bizarre. It makes no sense. And you know who's to blame? Congress is to blame. The United States Congress. You're a loves perfect cue, Linda Ray. You are an amazing producer. You're a congressperson. Call them now and tell them you demand that they do better for you, their small business constituent, and support the Small Business Administration. Recently, the new SBA administrator said she's going to fire 43% of an already understaffed federal agency that serves a constituency of 30 plus million small business owners. Small business owners defined as 500 employees or less. And most of those constituents actually have on staff 5 employees or less. Really, the small business. And all these politicians are always saying, oh, the small business is the backbone of the American economy. Yeah? How about you walk the talk? Call your congressional representative. Lynn, can you take that name off the screen? I do not want to see that name. Please. There's a reason why I did not mention the name.
We need people to know who they should direct their...
Well, they can find out by going to SBA.gov. I'm not here to support or inform on that aspect. I'm here to rant and rave about what is wrong right now in the small business community. That is the backbone of the American economy, quite literally. Pretty much every economist you turn to ask them that question. They say, yes, small business, not giant corporations who don't pay any freaking taxes anyway. And they don't hire enough people. It's you, the small business owner. You're the constituency that needs to notify your congressional representative right now. Do better by me, the small business owner. Help me to manage maintaining and or growing my business because I took a loan during the pandemic, which helped me to stay open. And I'm grateful for that. But I need help right now. Reduce the bureaucracy, get rid of this requirement that I pay the loan off, and stop the nonsense where the SBA is firing more than almost half of its staff. That 5 years after the global pandemic, really between the SBA and the Congress of the United States, they have failed small business owners in their failure, their inability to understand the reality of life on the ground for you, the small business owner. And my coffee is very good today. Thank you, Linda Ray. She made the coffee last night. Normally I make it. I always like it better when Linda Ray makes the coffee because I didn't have to do it. Isn't it true? Like you cook at home a lot. I cook at home a lot. And when Linda cooks, I seem to enjoy it more. Today, I'm going to address some of the basic issues that you and our audience have presented to us, questions we see in the comments on our videos, where you're sharing with us the problems and the challenges that you're facing because you took out a COVID economic injury disaster loan during the pandemic. So I'm going to address some of those basic issues. And before I move on to some topics, I think it's time for a word from our sponsor. Take it away,
Don't you
Linda
hate
Ray.
when that happens? You walk up to your car, you press the button, and the battery's dying. Oh, Lord. Okay, so I have to change a battery. I don't know how to change a battery in the fob. We just got this car. Oh, instruction manual. So I'm going to read the instructions. I'm going to learn in the instructions how to change the battery. Isn't that what you do when you want to get something done? You read the instructions? Well, that's what our SBA COVID-19 EIDL guidebook is. Think of it as an instruction manual for the loan you took during the pandemic, which you're going to have for another 26 or 27 years, depending upon when you got the loan. And you're going to need to interact with the SBA at some point, whether you're changing ownership, selling assets, bringing in investors, getting a loan, other financing, closing the business, any number of things, even something as simple as changing the address of the business. Holy cow. Or you want to prepay the loan? You want to pay it off early? You can't just go ahead and send in a check. There's a procedure for that because SBA makes everything complicated. But as you can see, I read the instructions and I was able to change the battery. Get our SBA COVID-19 EIDL guidebook so you can change the battery. So you can, do that thing with the SBA you need to do when you need it. It'll be available. Click on the link in the description.
If you all could please, in the comments, share with us what is your small business. What I try to discern from the comments we see is what kind of business owner this person is. And I must tell you, I have a sneaking suspicion that a large portion of folks are not really business owners. I'm talking about the people who have been faked out by really shitty corporate employers. And those people get paid a 1099. And the way these shitty corporate employers treat them in terms of rules, regulations, work requirements is as an employee, which is a violation of IRS rules. But they pay those people as an independent contractor on a 1099, which means those folks have to file a Schedule C, which means those folks become responsible for their own unemployment insurance, Social Security, Medicare, FICA contributions, and on and on and on. And those people, in my opinion, often do not understand that they are actually a small business owner. The minute you get a 1099, you are a small business owner. If you pop over to our other channel, Simple Sense for Small Business, we discuss this and all other kinds of basics about the small business world, the stuff that you really are not going to find out there, because I know, because I watch a lot of YouTube videos and I have done surveys with the search box, what kind of advice is out there for small business owners. And typically what I get is get rich quick on Amazon, or passive income, or form an LLC in 12 seconds or less, which, by the way, is you should form your own LLC. Most states make it really easy for you to do that on your own. And on, or payroll software, HR software, all that crap that you really don't need if you don't have the building blocks of your business in place. And what we set out to do on our other channel, Simple Sense for Small Business, which we would invite you to pop over there and subscribe to that channel, please. What we do is we talk about all that stuff that no one else discusses. Yeah, we talk about marketing, but we also talk about the difference between a 1099 and a W-2. We talk about how to find an attorney, how to fire an attorney, how to fire an accountant, how to hire an accountant, how to build culture in your business with simple messaging, how to train people, how to screen out of your life those potential customers who will make you crazy, who will haggle with you on price, who will complain about you. I hope you found this video helpful, and please make sure that you are subscribed to the channel with notifications so that you can be notified when we post more videos like this. We strive to provide you with accurate, useful, and timely information that you need to navigate the SBA's often complicated processes, especially when you have a COVID EIDL and you are trying to manage repayments or just trying to run your business, and certain aspects of your business operations might be impacted by the COVID EIDL loan agreement requirements. As always, if you would take a moment to like and subscribe, that would be a big help. And if you want to book a 1-hour paid consultation call with me and pick my brains and get my advice on what you can do to manage your COVID EIDL pandemic loan, click on the link in the description. And if you want to just DIY and do it yourself, you can purchase our EIDL Resource Hub by clicking on the link in the description. The EIDL Resource Hub is currently priced so that you can obtain the guidebook as it stands now, but also you will get those updates for free at today's price. But once we publish those updates, the price of the EIDL Resource Hub will increase dramatically.